Hi, happy Friday. It's Meredith. I'm here with our message for the 3rd of April, 2020. We are using the Lightseer's Tarot again for our message today. And we have 3 cards off the bottom of the deck. Let's see what we got going on. Our first is Judgment. Ooh, yeah. Judgment is a card of opportunity coming around again. Many would say it's a card of second chances. I say it's a card of multiple chances, multiple opportunities. So we're getting to take another go at something. And, typically we see an angel blowing a horn and people rising from their graves, having a second opportunity at life. And the feeling on the card is that we have a new opportunity at something that's come to pass more than once for us. We get to look at it with fresh eyes. We get to reconsider, and we get to ask great questions like, what have I not considered this time around? How can I be informed more expansively on what's unfolding for me right now? So, yeah, consider that with your Judgment card. Also, when we see the card, we like to know what we're being called to and what we're being called out of. So pretty cool. We had 3 come off the bottom. That works for me. So what we're being called to is the Magician. How are we using our resources? Material resources, and how are we using the resource of our spiritual, soulful energy? This question keeps coming up for us in that we've been asked over and over to listen to our intuition, pay attention to the signs, ask more questions, get more information, and most of all, we've been asked to consider how and where we are investing our energy. Does it serve our highest and greatest purpose? Is it fulfilling to our heart space, or do we find ourselves making do, getting by? Do you want to challenge those energies if that's the case? And what kind of magic can you work in your life to create an experience that is above and beyond getting by or making do? How can you think and feel differently about what's now and what is? So you may want to take a look at your inner energetic resources and see how you are investing yourself in your relationship to self. And of course, then, how that is benefiting the relationships that are really important to you at this time. So we're being called to our inner magician. And do remember that the magician has all the tools of the tarot at his or her disposal. And as a matter of fact, the magician is rarely ever touching those tools at all. The magician goes within to the resource of self. So consider that. Okay, so what we're being called to, what we're being called out of is our next card. And we have the Ace of Cups. Oh, how sweet for us. So we're being called out of our own overflow. So the divine and cosmic gift of pure bliss, peace, happiness, and love on overflow to us from the universe is giving us exactly the resource required on the Magician card. So the Judgment card is encouraging us into the overflow that the universe is blessing us with to work our magic with. That is some seriously powerful energy. We could stop the reading right there on those 3 cards because that message alone is profound for us. Let's see what it connects to. We had a lot of cards fall out in the shuffle, so let's get to it. Our first is Six of Cups. And this is the soulmate card. This is you are your own best soulmate. And look at the span in this card. You have this small boy with this dog, and then you have this older man with this dog. It's speaking to a long-term connection. You're going to live with yourself for the rest of your life. So What kind of condition is your soulmate relationship in within yourself, right? It's a great question. This is a card of reminiscing and nostalgia as well, which can be really helpful to us when we have the Magician and the Judgment working the Ace of Cups with us at this time. So if we are being the Magician and we are in reconsideration, judgment, for how we are investing and using our energy wisely, unwisely, well, unwell, or efficiently, inefficiently, however you want to take a look at that. Now this part of the reading has us moving into absolutely our soulmate connection with ourselves and what's going on there. How are we treating ourselves? How are we creating and participating with the divine all that is, Ace of Cups, to live on our foundation in a way that is satisfying, happy, and fulfilling to us? How are we doing that? What kind of shape is our inner relationship in? And then do a quick review of your relationships to the people who are most important to you. What kind of shape are those relationships in? I know we find ourselves in interesting times, and we have to come up with creative and interesting ways to share togetherness with those who mean the most to us. First and foremost, though, you have to look in the mirror and ask yourself how well you're doing with your relationship to you. Did you look into your own eyes today and say, I love you? I didn't, but I'm going to. Nice reminder. Thank you, Tarot. Okay, next set of cards. There are two. The first is the Four of Cups. The Four of Cups. I really do love this card, and it has been teaching me, as I've been sharing with you what it is teaching me, to be in reverence, to be in a space of counting blessings. Often this card is really all about the pout or the dissatisfied look on the person's face on the card, and I question that too. So typically, traditionally in tarot, this is a person sitting under a tree kind of pouting in some sort of dissatisfaction, and usually you see 3 spilled cups and then the divine cosmic hand with another cup coming in from behind that the person doesn't see. My feeling on this card has shifted quite a lot in the sense that I really do feel it is an opportunity to count our blessings. It has been known as a card of apathy, feeling apathetic about things. If the card were reversed, I would go with that message, but it is not reversed. And you know, you have this beautiful tree in the background, a bridge between heaven and earth. You have this lovely being sitting here with the cups, and you have this light coming into this cup here. Now, she's not necessarily looking this way. She is looking at these other 3 cups that light is not shining in. And it's just simply, let's bring it back to the Judgment, Magician, Ace of Cups card over here. It's simply an opportunity to take a little bit of a review, if you will, on what has worked well for you, what hasn't worked so well for you, what needs switching up, what energy needs renewing, refreshing, reviving, and how can we be in deep appreciation for what is now. What can we make of that Magician when we have all this resource, Ace of Cups, and a multitude of opportunities, Judgment, to sort of play around with it. And then coming with the Four of Wands. The happiest card in the minor suits of tarot right there. I love that these two are together. What a delightful surprise in the reading, because this being here could be counting her blessings for what's happening here on the foundation of the Four of Wands. This is known as the 1111 card. It's a portal card. It is very much like the sun's energy in that it is love and bliss, connection, communication, happiness, happy homes, happy families, good relationships, good relationship to self, 6 of Cups. All of that. It's all the beautiful things that we endeavor for on our foundation. And because you have 2 fours here, you have a super stable situation in which to consider all of what we've talked about so far. Next cards. First is The King of Swords. Look at him. He's kind of a cutie. But he and his queen both, their strength, their mastery is in decision making. And this is where you may find yourself today as you are in contemplation for the message that's come from the other cards. What decisions do you need to make? How do you need to choose happiness in a new, different way? What resources are available to you in your own sense of personal happiness and freedom? Are you using that energy wisely? This is what it keeps coming back around to. What have I not considered? What's serving my highest and greatest purpose? Do I feel that my potential is being fulfilled and expressed at this time? Now the king sits here with the Ace of Swords. He's got brilliant clarity. He has everlasting strength, and he knows that he's making choices that benefit others, not just himself. He's not thinking just for himself. He is in consideration, Six of Cups, for all of those who are connected to him and his soul tribe. So when you consider the King of Swords and he gets the label of being cold and strategic and without emotion, that's actually not true. He is he has quite a connection to his emotional or feeling realm, but he has to consider more than just his own, and likely you do too. You know, we're all making the very best choices we can for ourselves, our families, our children especially, and we're doing the very best we can, and in that we want to amplify our happiness. Four of Wands, Ace of Cups, and it has us in consideration for the kindness and compassion we extend to ourselves and how that benefits us and goes out into our ripple effect. And then we have the Star sitting right there with the King of Swords, which demonstrates so beautifully how he is not cold, he is not unfeeling, he's really quite brilliantly tuned in and has his eye on what's manifesting. Now the Star card is a card of keeping the faith, and you're keeping the faith for what you hold in your heart, what you're dreaming for in your world, what has appeared, what is in development, Magician, and what the universe is blessing us with, Ace of Cups, and the multitude of opportunity, judgment, connecting with the Star to continue the manifestation process. And look how the card is done here. You know, she's absolutely in the pure raw presence of her own self and her connection to the divine all that is here. Look at this beautiful flow there, right? So this is her participation, that's her contribution, and perhaps that's exactly what you require at this time to be the magician that you are, to exactly create that beautiful feeling you hold in your heart for how you desire to live happy, the choices you make to live happy, King of Swords. Next set. And we have the Ten of Swords. This is good. I actually find that pleasing to the reading. So the Ten of Swords, it's the Ace of Swords to the power of 10, and you've reached a pinnacle of fulfillment on this card, and now you're going to take with you all the very best of the 10 swords, all the very best of your brilliant clarity and your everlasting strength. Here again, we're coming back to the King. It's been all consolidated into one sword, and that's how we walk on. So we've reached a moment where things have to shift and things have to change, and we are choosing wisely, and we're choosing, you know, from the heart. And we've had many opportunities to choose from the heart, and maybe we didn't before, but now the field of possibility, while it is unlimited, we begin to see how we can narrow down the most efficient way to live in our mastery and experience the bliss, the love, the joy in our foundation in a way that we had never considered it before. It's new, it's brand new, and a master recognizes it and walks toward it, and then coming with is the Hanged Man. Yes, enlightenment, illumination, seeing things from a different perspective. A master does that too. We, in our self-mastery, know that if we look at something the same way every single time, we're going to see it the same way every single time. And on the Hanged Man, you have an opportunity here to look at things differently, from a different angle, from a different perspective. And that's, again, using our self-mastery off that Ten of Swords to do exactly that. And we do see something different. We have an epiphany. Something enlightens and illuminates for us, and we get it. We have the aha, and it brings us right here to this beautiful, stable Four of Wands, to this beautiful Ace of Cups. And the universe is saying, I'm here for you. I'm always here for you. I'm not going anywhere, and I will continue to bring you the opportunities to live exactly the kind of dream you hold in your heart. I love that we get that message so consistently in our tarot readings, and I love the variety of ways that the cards bring that message to us. So, self, kindness, compassion, and love. That's what you do for you. And then as you do that for you, you do that for everyone who is dear to you, connected to you. And that's the ripple you're sending out, and that's the wave that you are participating in at this time. How sweet is that? All right. Angel answers, questions, confirmations, fresh messages, inquiries. You put it out there. Let's see what the angel answers have to say. Be assertive. Absolutely. Yes. Yes. Do it again and again and again. Whatever your it is, do it. Master it. Perfect it. Don't give up. Don't stop. Be assertive. Next. All right, what do we got here? Ooh. Okay. 3 weeks now, we've been getting this message in repetition in the cards. Listen to your intuition. It doesn't ever lead you astray, really. It's only a question of when you're going to take action in an assertive way on the intuition that you've been listening to. Okay, that's too many. Although this one needs to come out, and we've seen this one a bit recently too, the Reconsider card. That's what's happening on Judgment. You have multiple opportunities to consider and reconsider what is before you. So continue to do that assertively while simultaneously listening to your intuition and keeping in the forefront of your heart space intention, your Four of Wands, your super stable Four of Wands, while also counting your blessings. One more. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Oh gosh, that has to come with it too. Okay. You're ready to take action on your big happy changes. The ultimate choice, though, is to be happy. And that created the big changes because you were ready to take action on those things. You reconsidered a lot. You are still reconsidering. And you're being assertive about it and listening to your intuition, which is providing a whole lot of enlightenment to the master that you are. Oh, I love this. Okay, affirmation card from the universe has your back. My vibes speak louder than my words. Absolutely. There's a confirmation to the Magician. And there's the summary to the whole reading in the one card. I love how this deck does that for us. And then, last but certainly not least, our spirit animal for the day. The Sly Fox. Take a look at Fox Spirit. Look that up. Google it. Animals Speak book. or another book like it, read up on fox spirit. I don't know much about fox spirit, so I will be checking that out myself. Thank you everybody so much for watching. Happy Friday. I will be back soon with the weekend reading. Peace, love, joy, blessings, happiness, big happy changes. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you. Namaste and bye for now.